Hey YouTube, Julie Cantrell here with LuLaRoe, Julie Cantrell, and I'm here today to take you on a little tour. I apologize if there's any shakiness. I do not have my tripod set up because we are going to be walking around, but the point of today's video is to show you guys about how to run a LuLaRoe business, or how we run our LuLaRoe business in a small space. We live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo just outside of Chicago in a vintage building that was rehabbed about 8-9 years ago. And so we are a little bit pressed for space, but we make the most of it. So while I know that everyone's space is different, I do want to show you guys that it can be done in a small space. So it's my husband and I and our toddler, our cat, and our dog in this 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo that comes in just under 1,100 square feet, I believe, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 square feet. I know it's definitely not quite 11. But anyway, so I wanted to show you just how we do things and give you some tips as we go along as to how we have created more space when we are limited. So let's take a little look. So we are starting here in my living room, and I'm actually probably going to turn the camera view around so that you can kind of see a little bit more about what's going on. So let me do that, and I may pop back on in between or at the very end just to kind of wrap things up. So let me do that for you. Okay, so here is a view of our living room with our cat perched over on that table. We'll talk about that table in just a minute. I'm going to back up even just a little bit so you can see what real LuLaRoe world is like. And it's this giant rack of clothes right here in our hallway. The reality is that we oftentimes do have this. We always keep this rack out for various reasons. This one in particular was because I was doing a live video last night. And so I have all the clothes that I was using in that video right here. So this is on wheels, and so I can roll it back in and unload it in just a bit. So if we turn right here, we have kind of our little mini photography studio setup. We did decide to wallpaper this one wall just as an accent wall, as you can see, so that I would have a good backdrop for my photos. So here we have our 2 dress forms. Our old one is the one on this side, and then our new one is right here, as well as our lights. Our umbrellas we just take down just so they're not all over the place, and I lay them on my desk. So when I do my photos, I just have one dress form here at a time. I do them right here, set up the lights, easy peasy, and keep it all within frame, kind of like this, and then I crop it as necessary. Excuse me. So over here we have my desk, a little bit of a mess. This is kind of my messy creative work over here. But yeah, this is where I kind of do all of the back end work. I do have a nice big garbage can over here. I fully recommend getting a nice big garbage can, because when you're packaging, doing labels and whatnot, you're going to want that. So this is my desk, and plenty of storage space in here. This was salvaged literally from the side of the street in the alley, an old school teacher's desk with tons of space for everything. Typically right here, I will have any packages that need to go to the post office, as well as some randomness going on. So I keep that little space open for that. Then as we move to the other side of the couch, we've got a few things going on. We decided to get away from a traditional table and go with an ottoman like this, because it has the storage inside. Now, as of right now, we are just using that storage for blankets and whatnot, but if we do need to open up that space, we can certainly do that. I always have boxes of leggings that need to be rolled and new inventory piled over here, waiting to be hung up, photographed, and whatnot. So this is kind of like my little corner where I keep my boxes of new stuff. This table is currently opened up. It's not always. We do have a little ottoman right there, but this table is opened up because I will be rolling these leggings, and it's nice to have a table like this. This one does collapse. The legs go all the way up and fold all the way in, and then it folds down the center, and then if I can reach or see, there are handles somewhere along, maybe it's on the other side, so that you could actually tote it like, you know, like a little suitcase. And the great thing about this table is that we then, when we're done using it, we just slide it underneath our couch right there, so it's out of the way. Okay, right now I just happen to have a bunch of leggings out because, like I said, I'm going to be rolling leggings. So I have my bins out here, and we're also working on an organizational system for our children's leggings. So that's there. Okay, we do use this space underneath our TV a little bit too. So you can see it's a little bit of a mess, but our packaging station, as well as all of our board games and whatnot, but our packaging station is right under here too. So Mike typically does our packing, and all of our bags and whatnot are under there. Then we head into our bedroom where everything else lives. I highly recommend as well, if you're going to be running LuLaRoe out of a small space, get as much over the door hanger stuff that you can use. So I highly recommend going to the Dollar Tree and getting a bunch of these metal hooks for $1. We have them hanging everywhere. There's a plastic one, there's a metal one, there's a metal one. We have some in our kitchen for our laundry. But anyway, get as much as you can to use your vertical space as well. So over here, we also have, I call this my leggings pockets. So when people are purchasing with us and they are just doing leggings, I can easily grab them when I'm picking the orders, put a pair in here, put a little post-it on here with this so I know who that belongs to. And I could hold up to 12 pairs in here, or we could actually double up in them if we want to as well. So up to 24 pairs. Plus I have this folded in half just so our toddler doesn't get into it, but this could open all the way up. This is from IKEA. It's really, really sturdy. Really, really cheap too. So we use these hooks to hang orders that are kind of pending or need to be packaged. This order we are waiting on payment from. And we have some others that we need to package over here. And then I'll get to that closet in just a minute. But this is actually our bedroom, as you can see. And what we've done is we've kind of minimized what we do in here. We literally just have a dresser, a bed, and this is for sleeping and storing our LuLaRoe. So our racks are a little bit bare because I have that big rack out in the hallway with all of our clothes, and we are launching a new style that's going to go right here. So that's intentionally left blank there. But I do keep my mirrors that I bring to pop-ups right over here in this corner, and random artwork that I just don't have another place for. And then we have all of our styles. Mike made these amazing racks. If you're interested in the blueprints, let us know. But these are literally with like iron plumbing pipes and connectors. You can see, I come down here. And then we just have boards on the bottom, and I stain them with gray because I thought that was pretty. So yeah, we have our Randys up here, our Irma's down here, our Perfects down here. We have our longer items like Sarah's and Joy's, and I usually keep Monroe's up here, but they're on the cabinet, in the hallway. Here's a swatch of paint for painting this wall, which we're not going to do. We're actually going to wallpaper that wall as well. And then I keep my stacks of leggings both down here and over here under the maxis. We used to keep the maxis up here, but I thought that it would be better utilized space if I can kind of open up more room for leggings down at the bottom. So we have some Carly's here, some Nicole's here, and then we have a shorter. You'll notice that the racks are actually different. You could see the varying height of this bar here. Okay. Over here I have a jewelry station, and I do use this for staging my photos, or staging my dress form for photos. So we just got these little hooks on clearance at Target months and months ago. And then I use this real estate up here to hang some of my longer and kind of more durable necklaces. All right. Then, just to get some extra space, we've converted this back corner of our closet. So our closet goes, it's a double closet, okay, and it connects all the way through. We have lights up there, but then it has this little kind of nook here. And so what we've done is we've converted this kind of into a storage space that's pretty easy to access. So we have all of our mailing supplies. We order these in bulk from the Postal Service for free. All of our extra hangers, there's also boxes of additional hangers there. In here we have all of our bags that we use for packing up our inventory for pop-ups. So all the bags are shoved into this one big bag. This is the bag that our lighting kit goes in when we're not using it. I will be doing photos, so my lighting kit is currently out, but otherwise it's there. I have a rolled up piece of wallpaper that I use for when I'm doing flat lay photos. I can open that up. And then just more packaging boxes down here at the bottom. If you have any questions about how to do LuLaRoe from a small space like this, please feel free to reach out to us via email at LuLaRoeJulieCantrell@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/LuLaRoeJulieCantrell. We hope to hear from you soon. Bye!